My boss told me, not a minute of overtime, so I left a $5 million deal on the table at 5 p.m. My manager is a by-the-book kind of guy. He treats the employee handbook like a holy text. Last month, the company started cutting costs. The first thing to go was overtime. My manager, Steve, called a department meeting. He said not a single minute of overtime. Not one. He told us if we were still clocked in at 5:01, it would be a formal disciplinary action. I'm a senior lead on the acquisitions team. Yesterday, we were closing a deal with a firm out of Tokyo. This was an 18-month project. Total value, $4.2 million. Because of the time zone difference, the final call started at 4 p.m. We had their CEO, their legal team, and our board on the line. By 4:50, we were down to the final signatures. There was a snag in the digital filing. The lawyers were arguing over a specific clause in Section 8. I was the only one who had the updated spreadsheet. I was sharing my screen, walking their CFO through the numbers. Steve walked past my glass office. He pointed at his watch and held up 5 fingers. I gave him a 1-second gesture. He stepped inside and whispered, I wasn't joking about the OT. I told him we were literally seconds away from a $4 million close. Steve said, the policy is the policy. Log off. The CEO of the Tokyo firm asked if there was a problem. I looked at Steve. He was standing by the door, arms crossed. He said, clock out or I'm writing you up for insubordination. I looked at the Zoom screen. I said, I'm sorry, everyone. My shift has ended. The room went dead silent. Our VP of sales started stammering. Wait, what? I didn't wait. I stopped the screen share. I closed the laptop. I grabbed my coat and walked past Steve. Have a good evening, I said. I was in the elevator by 5:01. By 5:30, my phone was vibrating so hard it fell off my nightstand. Missed calls from the VP. Missed calls from the CEO. Even a text from the legal team asking for my password. I didn't answer. That would be working off the clock. I walked into the office this morning at 9 a.m. sharp. The atmosphere was like a funeral. The Tokyo firm had pulled out of the deal. They said if we couldn't stay 5 minutes to finish a contract, we weren't reliable enough for a long-term partnership. The VP was in Steve's office. You could hear the screaming from the lobby. Steve tried to blame me. He said I was unprofessional and sabotaged the meeting. I pulled up the email Steve sent on Monday, the one that said no exceptions, disciplinary action for any OT. I showed the VP the footage from my office camera, the part where Steve stood there and threatened my job while I was on the call. Steve was escorted out by security at 11 a.m. The VP asked me if I could call the firm back and fix it. I told him I'd try, but it might take a few hours. He told me to take as long as I needed. I asked him if I should clock out at 5:00. He didn't even look up. He just said, please just stay until it's done. I'm staying, but the trust is gone. Now everyone in the office leaves at 4:59. No one answers emails at night. No one goes the extra mile. Steve got what he wanted. No one is working a single minute of overtime.